So I'm here to tell you why you shouldn't leave crypto. A lot of people leave crypto whenever Bitcoin gets boring, and we're going to be honest here at this channel. Integrity is a core value. Bitcoin has not been doing a whole lot lately. I think you may have noticed it's been trading sideways around $38,000 to $39,000 for the last week and a half. It's been trading between $30,000 and $45,000 with a couple of outliers up to all-time high for the last year and a half. It's really not doing a whole lot ever since the major run from $11,000 to $65,000 at the end of 2020, moving on into the beginning of 2021. It's just been volatility. It's been trading sideways. It's in a massive bull flag with a price target of 200K that seems so very elusive. And I know a lot of people are very concerned about that. Where is Bitcoin? Why has it not rallied? Why have we not broken to the upside yet? What is Bitcoin doing at $38,000 when the war in Ukraine is exemplifying the reason why Bitcoin was created in the first place? That we need to have something that is inflation hardened and something that allows us to be our own bank when our banking systems fail. Why is Bitcoin not rallying in a time where millions of people every single day are learning about just how important it is in the first place? Well, I'm here to tell you something that I have learned dozens of times in my career in cryptocurrency. I've been in the markets for 4.5 years. This July will be 5 years. And through that time, there have been many boring periods. In fact, the video that I'm making right now, I've probably made a dozen times in the history of this channel because I think it's very important that people hear what I'm saying right now. The title is something to the effect of why you should not leave cryptocurrency, or what you should watch this video before you leave cryptocurrency, because I know a lot of people are thinking about it right now. How do I know that? Because a lot of people have left cryptocurrency. The search interest on crypto is down. Our viewership is down. A lot of every single crypto channel's viewership is down. A lot of people just stopped paying attention. So why shouldn't you leave cryptocurrency right now if you might be tempted to do so? I'll give you one very simple reason. And that reason is that you don't win on the easy days, you win on the hard days. You don't win on the days where the market is very easy to profit in, where you can sit back, kick back, relax, and make 70% in a month and not even try. You don't win on those days. You think you do, but you actually don't, because you gotta realize that most people have a backwards definition of success. Most people have a backwards definition of winning. Is winning growing your portfolio, or is winning growing as an individual who will then understand through the knowledge and the experience and the wisdom of how to grow their portfolio? You got to change your definition of what success is. You see, if you want to become a successful Bitcoin and cryptocurrency trader and investor, you got to stop thinking that success is a number of Satoshis, that success is how diversified your portfolio is or what the dollar value of it comes to be. You have to stop defining it that way. Instead, you have to define success as how good are you at investment? How skilled are you at trading? What's your research game like? What are your disciplines like? You have to define success that way, because if you define success as how many golden eggs you have and ignore the golden goose that is creating them in the first place, then you're never going to be successful, because the golden eggs don't reproduce. If you have $1 million crypto portfolio, but you don't know how you made it and you don't know how to maintain it, you're going to know one thing: you're going to have some idea of how you lost it. So if you want to keep and grow your money, you have to invest in the thing that actually is generating and keeping that wealth, which is your mindset, your knowledge, your skill sets. And if you don't work on those things, you're never going to succeed in cryptocurrency. You just won't. It's my job to be brutally honest with you. If you don't invest in yourself, you might get lucky. I met a guy in Publix named Franco 3 weeks ago. He turned $400 into $417,000. I posted a picture of him on Twitter. That's great. Very happy for you, my friend. That doesn't happen very often. It's not replicatable. He got lucky. He admitted it himself. Shout out to you. If he's watching this video, shout out to you, Franco. It was great meeting you. That's not something that you can replicate. Science is a process by which you can replicate something. It is a scientific fact that the sun will rise tomorrow. How do we know? Because wait until 7 o'clock in the morning and there's the sun. It's replicatable. If you can't replicate it, then you have not actually mastered it. If you can't replicate how to make money in a downwards market, then what makes you think that it's replicatable for you to become a profitable trader at all? How do you know that you didn't actually just make money because the whole market was growing? How do you know that you can do it again? So my point here is that if you're thinking about leaving Bitcoin and cryptocurrency right now, that might be the biggest mistake you will make in your investment career. And the reason is because, as I said in the beginning, you don't win on the easy days, my friend. You win on the hard days. You don't win when the market is going up, because when the market is going up, anybody can make money. It is so easy to make money in an uptrending market. You buy it and you forget about it, and boom, you'll double your money. That didn't take any skill. That took you buying Bitcoin and getting lucky. What I encourage you to do is that whether the market's going up, whether the market is going down, or whether the market's doing what it's doing right now, which is nothing and trading sideways, focus on investing in yourself. Focus on educating yourself. Focus on working on this thing in your heart. Focus on that. Because if you build that, then you're going to build the skill sets and the disciplines and the mindsets and the knowledge and the wisdom to go out and make that money even when it's hard. Because you don't win on the easy days. You win on the hard days. You don't win when it's stupidly easy to make money. You win when it's actually very difficult to. Everybody wins on the hard days. How do you differentiate yourself from the other traders? Because make no mistake, you might think that there's no competition in trading, but there is. You're competing against other traders every single day. Because every trader wants to make money, and whenever you make money, somebody normally loses money unless the whole market is growing. It's not a zero-sum game, but it is also a game where if someone wins, someone is probably losing something. So you are competing against other traders. You got to be able to have an edge. And if you want an edge, then you have to develop yourself through experience and through discipline. So what's my point here? I think I made it already, but I'll restate it. If you want to be successful at Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, you can't go jumping around. You can't go jumping around and say, okay, I'm going to work in crypto. That didn't work. I was only here for 3 months. I'm going to go work in real estate. I'm going to go work in stocks. I'm going to go work as a broker. I'm going to go work in Forex markets. I'm going to go and trade the oil market. Pick something and stick with it for a decade. You'll be glad you did. How many NBA stars played basketball, but they also played baseball, and they played football, and they played soccer, and they were a bowling league champion, and they played pool, and they were a swimmer. They picked something and they stuck with it. If you want to become the GOAT, if you really want to make the big money, you got to have patience. You got to have faith. You got to have confidence that this thing is going to continue. You got to understand the principles. You got to put in the hours. The reason that I have a successful YouTube channel right now that is able to weather a storm and has this community is, one, because I have been very blessed. That is the main reason. But two, the things that I have done is I've been very consistent. For the 3 months, go back on your chart. Here's some homework for you. Go look at the time between September 2018 and November 2018. 3 months, Bitcoin traded sideways between about $6,000 and $7,500. It did nothing. If you go back on this channel, I uploaded a video every single day during that time. I am not bragging whatsoever. Those videos kind of sucked. I'm going to be honest with you. If you go back, they were not good videos, and there was nothing to talk about. I'm not bragging that I was consistent, but I am saying that it was one of the things that helped to make this channel successful. If you want to be successful in the cryptocurrency markets, you've got to have consistency. That's why we didn't stop coffee and crypto when the viewership started going down, because Bitcoin's doing nothing. We doubled down. We're like, no, we're going to make coffee and crypto the best we possibly can, because you win on the hard days. Drill that into your head. You win on the hard days. Everyone can be patient when you got everything going right. How do you be patient when the whole world is collapsing? You build your patience when your patience is tested, because you win on the hard days. How do you learn how to handle stress when there's no stress? No, you learn how to handle stress when you're stressed out. How do you learn how to, make a free throw when you're sinking every shot? No, you know what you're doing it. You got to miss some so that you have a challenge. If you want to make money in cryptocurrency, you got to embrace these times. You got to embrace the boring times, because you don't get tougher when you're not tested. You get tougher when you're tested. When you make gains in the gym, it's because you're pushing against resistance. And this is a concept that I know you know, but I think a lot of people need a reminder of. When the market is trading sideways, this is the time for you to prove to yourself what you're made of. Are you going to leave? Are you going to get bored? Or are you going to double down and watch interviews and study projects and learn about technical analysis? Are you going to continue to grow yourself? Or are you going to pull back and blame the market because it's boring? That's the answer that is the answer to kind of a hard question, which is, how are you going to treat this market? Are you going to leave and come back when it's interesting and then hope you get lucky when the time comes? Or are you going to invest in yourself now so that when the time comes, you don't have to worry about getting lucky because you invested in a meme coin, but because during this time when the market's doing nothing, you actually put the hours in to research how this market works? That's the question I have for you. So if you were considering leaving Bitcoin, I would highly encourage you to not do that. I would instead highly encourage you to spend this time while the market's not doing a whole lot of anything, and there's not a lot of easy trades out there. Spend that time watching interviews of Michael Saylor and Charles Hoskinson like I've been doing, and researching blockchain technology, learning about projects from different YouTube channels such as this one and such as many of my great friends and colleagues here on the YouTube platform. Spend this time learning, and you will be glad you did. Peace.